Hi everyone. I was thinking today, reflecting, thinking about when we first started doing this online stuff, and here we are in week 4 already, and we're preparing for week 4, and it made me remember, like, when the news first came out that we were going to take all of these face-to-face courses and convert them suddenly to online. And I remember thinking, like, how impossible that seemed at the time, how overwhelmingly challenging. And here we are. We're 3 weeks in. You've completed 3 very strong weeks, and I commend you for that. And we're looking into week 4 and wrapping a unit up and moving forward, pushing to the end. And really, it's going to be a nice, gradual pace. It's not going to be like this big, huge crash landing. I'm really, really happy about where we're at moving forward, and I think we're going to end really well. So thank you all for coming along on this crazy ride. And as we look into Easter, like tomorrow, believe it or not, it's Easter here. We're having a blizzard tomorrow in Iowa. Hopefully that's not the case for you guys, but I came across this verse in Romans, and it just reminded me of the power that Christ has. We see that in the resurrection. He conquered death decisively. I mean, it's like it has no hold on him. And the same with sin and sickness and coronaviruses and all of these, the brokenness in life. It has no hold on Christ. He's already been victorious over that. And just remembering that and holding on to that hope, and even anything that seems impossible in your life, know that the same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead dwells in you and is walking beside you, helping you to accomplish anything that seems overwhelming. So I hope you can take hope in that as we celebrate Easter tomorrow. I hope that you have that opportunity to be with family, friends perhaps, just reflecting on the power of Christ at work in all of us. So as we move forward, looking into week 4, we'll just take a look at our learning guide here. I kept many of the essential questions the same as week 3 because we're going to be looking, I don't want to set aside educational technology, because really this last unit of Education 165, where the original intention was to look at tech tools and how we use them in the classroom, and really, in a sense, we get to do this in a very constructivistic way with experiential learning. We're not just talking about these tech tools, we're in a way forced to use them, and that will happen this week as well. At least I'm hoping you'll be exploring some tech tools that you can use for your co-teaching project. More about that in a little bit. The first thing on our list is the test that's coming on Friday, and hopefully you already saw that coming on the modified course schedule that I've had here since the beginning of our online segment. So April 17, which is this Friday, will be test number 2, and it's the last test for the course as well. But anyway, I've attached a review guide here, and I've also attached all of the presentations that we've walked through together to facilitate your review of this content. So look over the readings again, look over your notes, look over all of these presentations, and on Friday morning I'll have the test linked, and it will open at 8 o'clock. You can start it then. There will be a section of matching and multiple choice, more objective sorts of measures that I'm going to have on Canvas as a quiz, but it will be part of your test, okay? I'm going to allow you to use notes and resources just because, I'm not going to have it proctored or monitored, and I don't want to put you in that dilemma of, wanting to be honest, but wanting, just to be in that weird place. So it will be open notes, open book, but I am going to time the objective part So you won't have all day to like search for those answers. It's going to require you to study ahead of time and be very familiar with the content. As you can see, this test covers quite a bit of content. So you will have to study through the week. You will have to look at these presentations and through your notes and the various readings. Okay, there's no way that you can just on Friday morning open up the test and do this timed part and do well without having reviewed ahead of time. So I'm going to give you an hour to do about 15 multiple choice and 5 matching. Okay, so it's not huge, but it's such a wide body of content that you're going to have to prepare ahead of time before you open this document at 8. Okay, do the timed part first. It will self-score in Canvas, and then there will be a Word doc that you can open after that, and it will be essays. Okay, you'll get to choose. I haven't really decided yet, but again, kind of like I've done in the past, you'll get to choose out of a larger number. It'll probably be like choose 5 out of the 9, that kind of thing. So read the directions carefully, and there will be more about the test on Friday right here in your review guide or your online learning guide. Okay. Now, this week, as I've noted here, is research and review week. So it's reviewing for the test, but it's also a chance for you guys to get going on researching a topic that you're going to co-present with somebody else in the class. Okay, so if you haven't signed up for a topic yet, here's the sign up sheet again. Make sure you do that early on. I would love it if you could sign up with somebody else so that you're co-teaching. If there are individuals on just, alone on a topic, I'll try to combine similar topics so that you're co-teaching with another person. Okay. The guidelines and the rubric for this project is right here. It's going to stay pretty much the same as what we would have done if we were face-to-face. The only change is that we'll be using some online presentation tools in order to present. We won't get to be face-to-face, unfortunately. I was hopeful that maybe, but that didn't happen. Our April 13 original date, unfortunately, we're still going to be apart, which, makes me sad, but we can do this. You guys have been doing great so far, so let's just keep working hard at it, okay? So I would say for this week, if you wanted to start to move forward with this co-teaching project, it would be good to collaborate with the person you're presenting with, divide up the tasks, start to talk about where you're going to get your information for this topic that you're going to co-teach. I've given you some possible resources you can use online: the Teaching Channel, Edutopia, Educational Leadership, the ASCD website. These are all excellent resources. They're just full of articles and videos that I think you'll find really helpful. You can also access Dort's library and look at the online resources they have, the different the libraries, scholarly libraries they have. Also, Google Scholar is a good resource for finding information. So do a little digging, see what you can come up with. If you need some assistance on that, let me know. If you have your information that you need, you've collaborated with your partner, you know who's doing what as part of this presentation, you might want to start thinking about what digital tools are you going to use to present. And we've explored a few of these together, like you guys used Google Slides to do your gradual transfer of responsibility activity. And some of you made little videos of yourself and included those. My example to you doing the TikTok dance was video. And I foresee that that's a possible solution that you guys can use to do your co-teaching project. You might share a Google slide deck between the two of you, and populate the slides with the information that you're going to present, and then record yourself talking about that information on the slides. So that might be a way that you divide up the tasks of this presentation and actually present it. Okay, so think about that. That's a tool you could use. VoiceThread, we've experimented with that too. So it's a very easy tool. Maybe you want to start looking at that. Look at some tutorial videos. It's very easy to set one up using Google Slides or PowerPoint or anything like that. You just simply upload it and then you add in your video for each slide. So maybe that's a tech tool you want to explore. Prezi has some wonderful features now. There is a Prezi that I used, the Asking Questions Prezi. So if you're not familiar with that tool, you can see how that works a little bit in the example up here as you're studying for your test. But actually, Prezi has some new enhanced features where you can actually include video as you're presenting. So check that out if you've used Prezi in the past and you like it. See what you can do with that. Canva.com is another one that you can include video. So I would just encourage you to start thinking about how you're going to present, and we're going to learn more about educational technology even with this project. So that's pretty exciting. All right. We won't actually be submitting these until the end of next week. So that would be at the end of online week number 5. So you've got a couple of weeks to kind of play around with this co-teaching project. By the end of next week, that would be like April 24, that's when I'm going to have these due, and you'll just submit your links, and I'll make sure that everybody has access to those links and has a chance to watch your presentation. Okay, so basically that's it. Reviewing for the test and preparing for the co-teaching project. And if you have extra time and you want to plug away at your implementation plan, there's always opportunity for that. Talk to me if you have questions or concerns, or you just want to chat. I'll be on Monday, Wednesday, Friday for office hours from 10 to 11, or you can book an appointment with me at this button below. So I hope you guys enjoy your Easter weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next week online, and God bless.